Now that we have understood how to provide user interaction on our website using buttons and forms, let's examine how Bootstrap supports buttons in this exercise. To get started on this exercise, first go to the exercise instructions and you will find this resource called as contactus.html.zip file. Download this zip file and save it at a convenient location on your computer. Let's just name that as contactus.html.zip, and then I will move it to the location where my project is stored. And once you download the zip file, unzip it and you will get the contactus.html page. Once you obtain the page, let's take a quick look at the contactus.html page. You will see that this page is already pre-formatted with information. As you go down to this page, you will notice that there is a specific remark there saying button group goes here. So this is what we're going to fill in this particular exercise. In the next exercise, we're going to create a form to be placed into this second row here. Now that we have included the contactus.html page, this is a good time for us to integrate that page into the rest of the website. So make sure to go in and fix all the links in all the pages, index.html, aboutus.html, and contactus.html, so that you can easily navigate among these different pages. Once you have completed all the updates, then we should be able to navigate from any one of these pages to any of the other pages. So you can go to the aboutus.html page, and from here, by clicking on the contact, you should be able to go to the contactus.html page. So now your website is well integrated. It's now time to start working on the button group. So let's do that in our next step. Once we have completed those steps, let's go to contactus.html and then identify the location of this particular statement there. And you would notice that this is inside a div. Let's replace that with the div which defines a class called as button group. So we're going to create a group of buttons here. And for this, I would give the role as a group. And inside this button group, I'm going to create 3 buttons that are going to be included into my contactus.html page. So once we have completed that, then I'm going to take the help of the A tag and then format it using the button class so that it will be displayed as a button group. For this particular example, only the A tag works because we need to specify some hrefs in order to use the links there. So starting out, let me create an A tag. We're going to have 3 buttons in this group here. So I would give this a role as a button, and then the class, I would specify it as button. So with this, we have now formatted this into a button there. So what I'm going to do is that since I'm going to have 3 buttons in my button group, I'm going to copy this and then paste it twice into this button group here. So there you see 3 buttons included into my button group. So now I'm going to customize these 3 buttons. Now I'm going to prepare the first button to be a button that the user can click to make a call to this restaurant. So I will apply the class as button primary to this. For a button, along with the button class, you can specify the color of the button by saying button primary, button info, and so on. Now inside the A tag, I'm going to specify this button as a call button there. And also I will include a Font Awesome icon here to that call there. And the Font Awesome icon that I'm going to include is with the class phone. So this should create a button with the wording call there and a phone icon in that button. Now, what is this button supposed to do? It's supposed to allow us to call the restaurant. So to help us do that, I'm going to take the help of the href, and I will set the href with the setup saying tell and then 852. So this is where you set up the telephone number of your company here. So you can see that this says href tell and the telephone number there. So using this, if your device is capable of making a phone call, then touching on this button will cause a phone call to be done from your particular device. So this is how we'll set up the first button. Let's save the changes and then go and have a quick look at it. So going to the web page, you now see the first button in my button group here. So this one is, you can see the use of the Font Awesome icon and the words call in there. Let's format the remaining two buttons so they will be added into this button group here. Going back to contact.html, the second button, I'm going to format that to allow me to make a Skype call to the restaurant. So for this one, I'm going to use the color as button info. So this will give me a light blue color here. And inside the tag, I will type Skype and then also include a Font Awesome icon there. So for this Font Awesome icon, I'm going to use the classes as FA, Skype. So this would introduce the Skype icon into this button. Now, this cannot be configured with the href correctly for this. So I'm going to leave the href unfilled for this button. For the last one, I'm going to format this into an email button. So when this button is clicked, an email can be sent to the restaurant. So for this one, I'm going to apply the class as button success. So this will create a green colored button. And inside here, I would say email. And then in front of it, I will include the Font Awesome icon there for email. So I would say I class FA envelope O. We have used the envelope before, so that's the icon that I'm going to use for email. I can also set up this link to generate the email. So I would say href, and you know that for an href, if you use mail to, then that would generate a mail compose window. So I set up the mail icon there. So with this, we have completed all the three buttons. Let's save the changes and then go and take one final look at this button group in our web page. Going to our web page, you can now see the three buttons in this button group configured. So on the left side, we have the call button, which we had already configured. The middle one is the Skype button. You can see the use of the Skype logo there with the use of the Font Awesome icon. And then you have the email button here. So you see button primary causes a dark blue color, the button info is a light blue color, and button success is a green colored button. So these three are grouped together into a button group here. With this, we complete this exercise where we have seen the use of button group, and also we have seen how an A tag can be fashioned into a button that can be included in your web page. This is a good time for you to do a git commit with the message buttons.